among 11 stranded Malaysians leave North Korea. Suspects in pastor's abduction nabbed. Hi, I'm Suhaila Sarifuddin with Cuppa News. Two Malaysian NGO staff who were in North Korea have left Pyongyang and arrived in Beijing. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak confirmed the news via postings on his Twitter and Facebook page. He wrote, quote, "Alhamdulillah, two of our citizens under the UN World Food Programme were allowed to leave Pyongyang. Stella Lim and Nyana Prakash Muniandi have both safely arrived in Beijing," unquote. A WFP spokesman confirmed the departure but declined to give further details. It is not immediately known if the two would return to Malaysia or be posted somewhere else. North Korea on Tuesday barred Malaysians from leaving the country, which led to Malaysia doing the same to the North Korean citizens in the country following a diplomatic row over the assassination of Kim Jong-nam. A video clip showed Najib speaking to counsellor at the Malaysian Embassy in Pyongyang, Muhammad Nur Azrin Mat Zain. In his other Twitter posting, he wrote, quote, "I would like to update that he, his family along with all the other Malaysians in North Korea are safe, alhamdulillah. I have given him my assurance that the government will do everything we can to ensure that they return home safely soon. The whole of Malaysia is praying for them," unquote. Earlier, the Malaysian Foreign Ministry said 3 embassy staff, 6 of their family members and 2 United Nations workers were banned from leaving North Korea. The departure of the 2 women has brought the number to 9. The silence surrounding the case of missing Pastor Raymond Koh Keng Ju has finally broken, with police announcing the arrest of a suspect. In a statement, Selangor Police Chief Commissioner Datuk Seri Abdul Samad Mat said that a 32-year-old man was nabbed in Ampang, Selangor around 3 o'clock Thursday morning in connection with the abduction. Commissioner Abdul Samad said the suspect contacted the victim's family a day before his arrest and asked for a ransom for the pastor's release. He has been remanded for 4 days to assist investigations. Pastor Raymond was abducted on February 13. CCTV footage believed to be of the incident showed at least 15 men and 3 black SUVs involved in the abduction. Johor Executive Councillor Dato' Abdul Latif Bandi has been arrested by the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission or MACC over the controversial housing and land scandal in the state. Abdul Latif was detained Thursday morning at the state MACC office when he was summoned there for questioning. MACC Chief Commissioner Datuk Zulkifli Ahmad confirmed the arrest during his visit to Menara Star. Abdul Latif was the Johor Housing and Local Government Committee chairman and had opted to go on leave pending an investigation into the case. MACC detained 6 individuals, including Abdul Latif's son, in February over a property corruption and embezzlement scandal in the state. Abdul Latif had kept mum on the detention and had not been seen in public since then. Over 15 million ringgit in more than 45 accounts had been frozen as part of the probe. Also seized were 21 luxury cars, 5 high-powered motorcycles, 500,000 ringgit in cash, as well as documents to assist investigations. Abdul Latif's son and 3 others were released on Thursday from remand on a MACC bond, while 2 others were released on March 3rd. Meanwhile, Johor Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Muhammad Khalid Nordin announced an EXCO reshuffle on Wednesday, with Mahkota Assemblyman Datuk Mat Jais Asarde taking over Abdul Latif's portfolio of housing and local government. So far, MACC has called in 15 people to have their statements recorded. Meanwhile, in Kota Kinabalu, 4 police officers have been charged for corruption. Deputy Superintendent Abdul Mahyudin Abdullah claimed trial to 3 counts of receiving 5,000 ringgit from Josephine Langkan at a cafe on June 18, 2016. Abdul Mahyudin, a deputy chief of Sabah Commercial Crimes Unit, was also accused of agreeing to receive another 500 ringgit from Josephine, who had been under investigation for cheating, and the money was an inducement so that no action would be taken against her. Sessions Court Judge Abu Bakar Manaf set bail for Mahyudin at 20,000 ringgit. 3 other police officers from the Penampang Anti-Narcotics Department were also charged with bribery at the same courtroom. The judge fixed April 26 for mention for all 4 accused. PKR Vice President Tian Chua found guilty of insulting a police officer using foul words 3 years ago. The Petaling Jaya Sessions Court fined Tian Chua, whose real name is Chua Tian Chang, 3,000 ringgit, in default 3 months jail after finding him guilty of the offence. The verdict could see Tian Chua, who is also Batu MP, barred from contesting in the next general election. Unless the High Court set aside the conviction or reduced the fine to less than 2,000 ringgit, Tian Chua would not be eligible to contest in the general election. Under Article 48 of the Federal Constitution, the elected representative is disqualified if he or she was sentenced to more than 12 months jail or a fine of 2,000 ringgit and above. Tian Chua pleaded not guilty and paid the fine to a charge of insulting the modesty of Deputy Superintendent Glenn A. Sinapa. Tian Chua's counsel, Latifah Khoya, said they would be appealing against the conviction and sentence. One more reason to jump for joy for Dr. Vida as she settles the GST arrears of 4.2 million ringgit at the Ipoh Sessions Court. The charges against Datuk Sri Dr. Hasmiza Othman, or popularly known as Dr. Vida, for failing to pay goods and services tax were withdrawn after she settled the full sum down to the last 10 cent owed. After all of her charges were retracted, she said she felt relieved that she does not need to come back to court again.
Akhirnya, with this figure, I'm free now to go to overseas. Yeah, I wanna go. Siapa nak ikut? Jom. Ini adalah satu ujian, ini adalah satu rahmat, ini adalah satu anjakan untuk saya pergi lagi tinggi. Ya, saya pasti, saya yakin ini adalah anugerah kepada saya juga sebenarnya.
Dr. Vida faced 32 charges of failing to pay and submit GST and claimed trial to all the charges in October last year. However, in December, she changed to guilty plea to 16 charges of failing to submit GST statements and was fined 80,000 ringgit. The cosmetics millionaire maintained her innocence for failure to pay GST. She's done it again. Zaidatul Husniah Zulkifli set a new national record for 100 meters at the ASA Speed Series meet in South Africa on Thursday.
Oh, there's a quick start here from Elmer. Lady on the inside, but here comes Mommy. She's not going to be taken down to the 50 yards.
The 24-year-old sprinter clocked 11.45 seconds, effectively beating G. Shanti's time of 11.50 seconds, which was set in 1993. Zaidatul, who featured in the 2016 Rio Olympics, is now officially Malaysia's fastest female sprinter. At least 22 girls in Guatemala were killed when a home for abused teenagers aged up to 18 years caught on fire, local police said. The fire started when some youths from the home in San Jose Pinula set fire to the mattresses after a riot and an escaped attempt on Tuesday night.
Duro para la madre, porque ella no obedece. Yo le di consejos y no obedece a mi hijo. Entonces, espero que no era ella.
Pues es una tragedia y desafortunadamente en este día que también mujeres laborantes gritaban por sus derechos, así es que es tremendo.
Authorities are investigating whether those who started the fire were the ones who tried to escape. More than 30 people were killed when gunmen dressed as medics stormed a hospital in Kabul, Afghanistan on Wednesday in an attack claimed by the Islamic State. A suicide bomber blew himself up at the Sardar Muhammad Daud Khan Hospital while 3 attackers with automatic weapons and grenades entered the building.
برادرم زخمی است 420. دادن اتفاقونه در اتاق راست بودیم 3 نفر پایواز بودیم 2 تا ما زدن شهید شد خودم از منزل 4 انداختم پایین برادرم زخمی است داخل مونده.
All the gunmen were killed after hours of fighting. Afghan officials warned before that high-profile attacks in Kabul were likely to escalate this year. Stunning images from a time when the universe was young. What you're seeing is a huge mass of glowing stardust of a distant galaxy back to when the universe was only 600 million years old. It was during a period when the stars and galaxies in the universe were starting to form. This image of a galaxy known as A2744YD4 was taken by the ALMA telescope array in Chile, showing it having a lot of interstellar dust. This dust is mostly composed of silicon, carbon and aluminium, which are scattered across the cosmos when stars die in huge supernova explosions. The discovery of our universe is endless indeed, and that's all we have for Cuppa News. Thanks for watching.